So we're back with the next episode, and today we're talking about examples of virtual heritage projects. And so we've asked both Lanaya and Casey to look up 3 examples of what they thought were interesting virtual heritage projects, and we're just going to talk about those. So who wants to start us off?
Hi, I'm Lanaya, and my 3 virtual heritage projects that I chose was number 1, the virtual Mayflower, and it was in the 1620s. Through virtual reality, this enables users to explore the harbor and ship, offering a richer understanding of this important historical event. And my second one was the Zamani project, and this project utilizes twin motion and reality capture to develop virtual heritage sites. And the team documented I don't know how to pronounce it, Mapungubwe in South Africa using a DSLR camera and a color laser scanner. And they then used twin motion to create 3D models, panoramas, animation, and other visual content. The last one was the virtual street museum. And this project aimed to create an online platform that showcases a wealth of historical and archaeological material for public access, research, and education. And it was based on historical topography research by the Diplon Society, and it used
Augmented
that reality to illustrate changes in urban space over time. And by focusing on key routes in Athens, the project developed a virtual street museum that revealed hidden aspects of ancient topography within the modern city, effectively transforming streets into a museum experience. And those are my 3.
What did Casey bring us?
So I actually also, one of mine was the Mayflower one, but I did 4 just in case this would happen. I also looked at the Zambia project too, so I'm glad that wasn't one of my other ones too, because then we would have had 2 for 2. But the first one that I found was History City Apps. It's a project made by the University of Exeter, and they are free apps that take you on virtual tours through numerous cities in the UK and Europe. They kind of take you back to the past to explore the hidden heritage in these cities. And the one in particular that I came across was Hidden Florence. It has its own website, separate from the others, and it has on the website a video trailer for the app that looked to me like the app was meant to be a tour that you take while you're physically in Florence, but the stories are also available online as well. So as you're using this app, you're listening to stories by these historical tour guides, these characters that I think are real people. There's also an app called Hidden Florence 3D that allows you to explore 2 full-size churches with AR, and you can check out the original sites as well. It was the San Pier Maggiore, I don't speak Italian, and Santa Maria degli Innocenti, I don't speak Italian, but you can use touchscreen pop-ups that provide information about the features in the churches as well. Oh, and as you're touring the city, you're looking at a map that is supposed to be like a past version of the city, not like a modern map of it. So I thought that was cool as well. And so my second project in replace of the Mayflower one was an AI virtual museum. This was a project that used artificial intelligence to rematerialize the collections of missing paintings that should have been part of the founding funds to the Provincial Museum of Palencia, but they never became a part of it after the disentailment in the 19th century Spain. And so this website was once you clicked into the project, it opened up. You can look at it in English or Spanish, and it just had rows and rows of different paintings that you can click through and select more information on the paintings, and it'll tell you about the how they generated the recreation that they made, I was less enthused about this one because they just put a bunch of other paintings into AI to train the AI to get the painting that was in the museum. So I'm not even entirely sure how accurate these paintings are. But it was a cool concept nonetheless. And then the third one was a virtual field trip for fourth graders of the Castillo de San Marcos National Monument in St. Augustine, Florida. That one was done by the University of South Florida's Center for Digital Heritage and Geospatial Information. They have a whole collection of projects, and one of them is this one. And the tour was designed to fit the fourth grade curriculum in Florida, so I thought that was really smart of them. But there was also a link in the very beginning, like information panel of the tour, that takes you to another version of the monument where you can look at it through your own pace and like spin around in that like 360 photo type thing, kind of similar to how if you zoom in far enough into like a Google Maps, you can peruse the streets. And then in the fourth graders version, it has little information pop-ups and panels and of the different things that are in the monument. So I thought that was pretty cool as well. I tried to look for a time that was done, but I'm not sure when they created it. I was looking to see specifically if they created it during COVID and the lockdown to see if that's why they created it, but I couldn't find that information. But I thought it was cool nonetheless.
So what were some of the things that you thought kind of spread through the different ones that you found? So what were things that connected the different examples that you brought today?
Virtual reality and like augmented reality tools.
And so how did people, are these mostly looking at current things that they're creating? Is it mostly historic things? I mean, most of the ones that you talked about were fairly historic.
Yep, mine were mainly historic. They were trying to recreate like history.
Yeah, the History City one was definitely like, that one definitely ties into modern day because, like I said, I believe the whole point is that you are taking this virtual tour while you're actually in the modern city, but you're getting to see the historical side of it as like through a time traveling kind of lens. And then the monument is historical, but it's also not a recreation of the monument when it was first made or when it was being used. It's just as it is now if you were to go to it now.
So that kind of gives us some examples. We'll put those in the link if you go to the website recreat.us. So Recreatus with the US as the dot. If you go there, you'll find the show notes and we'll have the links to these various things so you can go take a look at them for yourselves. So again, thanks for joining us and we will be back next month.